This question is from June 22, 5-2, question number 6, paper 5-2. Find the number of different arrangements of the 9 letters in the word crocodile. There are how many C's? 2. There are how many O's? 2. And the other letters are, there are 5 other letters. Part A is simple. There is no condition. So 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. And the final answer is 90720. Now part B. Find the number of different arrangements of the 9 letters in the word crocodile in which there is a C at each end and the 2 O's are not together. So we will arrange 2 C's at the ends and we will lock these 2 C's because we will not use these 2 C in the arrangement with the other 7 letters. Now, for these 2 C's, 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial, which is equal to 1. Now, we have 7 letters in which 2 O's should not be together. First of all, we will arrange the objects which are not supposed to be separated. The objects which are not supposed to be separated are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So with the help of 5 factorial, we will arrange the objects which are not supposed to be separated. Now, we will draw boxes at the ends and in between. And we will arrange the 2 O's in these green boxes. There are how many green boxes? There are how many options do we have to fill the, to place the first O? 6. And to place the second O, we have 5 options. Now, the repeated letters are the 2 O's, so divided by 2 factorial. And the answer is 1800. In 1800 ways, we can fix the 2 C's at the ends and the 2 O's are not together within the 7 letters. Now we can also add 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial for the 2 C's for clarification of the working. Now, part C. 4 letters are selected from 9 letters in the word crocodile. Find the number of selections. 4 letters are selected. Find the number of selections in which the number of C's is not the same as the number of O's. Number of C's is not the same as the number of O's. So, first of all, we will select 0 C and 1 O. Then 0 C and 2 O's. We cannot select 0 C and 0 O. Now we will select 1 O, 1 C and 0O. Now we will select one C. We cannot select one O, so two O's. Now we will select two C's, 0 O's, and two C's, 1 O. We cannot select 2C, 2 O's because the number of C shouldn't be equal to the number of O's. We want to select four letters. Zero C's and 1 O. We have two C's, two O's, and the other are five. So in the first case, we will select three from three letters from the five others. 0C and 2 O's. We will select 5C, two letters from the remaining five. We will select two letters from the remaining five. Now 1C and 0O. 5C3, select five from three from the remaining five. 1C, 2 O's, 5C1, two C's and 0O, 5C2, two C's and 1 O, 5C1. 5C3 is 10, 5C2 is 10, 5C3 is 10, 5, 10, and 5. So the total number is 50. There are 50 ways in which we can select four letters from the word crocodile such that the number of C's is not equal to the number of O's. Now D part. Now D part. Find the number of ways in which the line letters in the word crocodile can be divided into three groups, each containing three letters. Three groups, each containing three letters, if two C's must be in the different groups. Now, there are how many C's? Two. There are how many O's? And other letters are five. Now we will consider the first case. In the first group, there is one C and two blank spaces. In the second group, there is one C, two blank spaces. And in the third group, there are three blank spaces. Now these are three groups. Now we will arrange O's in these three groups. Now we will take all the possibilities in which O can be distributed in these three groups. The first possibility we will consider is that the two O's are in the third group in which there is no C. Now, for the first group, to select two alphabets, we have five other ones other than C's and O's, and from five, we will select two. For the second group, we need again out of the remaining three, we will select two, and the last one will be placed in the third group. And These are 30 options. Now, case 2. In the second case, we will place the two O's. In the group, there is one C. That is, we will place two O's in the first group. Now, for the second group, we want to place two elements out of the remaining five. And for the third group, we will place three elements out of three. There are 10 options. Now, in the third case, we will place one O in a group, there is one C, and one O in a group in which there is no C. Now, to fill the one position in the first group, the options are 5C1 into. From the remaining four, we will place two alphabets in the second group and we will place two elements from the remaining two in the third group. And the options are 30. Now, the fourth case. Now we will place one O in each of the groups in which there is one C. Now, first of all, we will place the elements in the third group. Out of five, we will place three elements in the third group. Now, suppose that three elements are placed. Now we have only two elements left to be placed in the first group and the second group. Now suppose that the two elements we have left are X and Y. If we place X in the first group and Y in the second group, then this one is the only option, that X is in the first group or Y is in the second group. Or if we will place Y in the first group and X in the second group, then you can see that COX and COY, there is only one option. There are, if we think that we will apply 2C1 for this one and 1C1 for this one. Now there are two options in which we can place X and Y in these two groups, or we can make two different groups. But in actual, there is only one group, there is only one option, that is COX and COY. यहाँ पर दो ऑप्शंस नहीं है, सिर्फ एक ही ऑप्शन है इन विच वी कैन प्लेस एक्स इन द फर्स्ट ग्रुप एंड वाई इन द सेकेंड ग्रुप। आप ये आपकी मर्जी है कि आप जिसमें मर्जी एक्स प्लेस कर दें, जिसमें मर्जी वाई प्लेस कर दें। सो देर इज ओनली वी आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली वन ऑप्शन, that is COX and COY. There is only one group. So the options for the first and the second group is 1 into 1 only. And this one is equal to 10. Now the total number of options in which we can make three groups and one C, both C's are in the different groups. The total number of options are 80. Now I will explain the fourth case again. देखिए जी, थर्ड ग्रुप के लिए हमने 5C3 से सिलेक्ट कर लिया है, ठीक है। अब नो वी आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली टू अल्फाबेट्स, से द अल्फाबेट्स आर एक्स एंड वाई। नाउ CO, CO. Now we want to fill the third place. We have only two options. Suppose that we have placed X in the first group and Y in the second group. Second option is we have placed Y in the first group and X in the second group. These two cases are one and the same. इसमें डिफरेंस कोई नहीं है, यहां पर भी एक ही ग्रुप बन रहा है और यहां पर भी एक ही ग्रुप बन रहा है। सो 5C3 × 1 × 1। यहां पर हम ये नहीं करेंगे कि 2C1 इसमें एक एलिमेंट प्लेस कर दें और 1C1 से इधर प्लेस कर दें। तो यहां पर ये अगर हम इस तरह करेंगे तो दो ऑप्शंस बनेंगी। और फिर हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, हमने ये ऑब्जर्व कर लिया है इसको ड्रॉ करके आउटकम्स को, कि COX और COY एक ही ग्रुप बनता है और इसको फिर हमें 2 से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा। एक ये भी तरीका कार है। पहले आप डिफरेंट सपोज कर लें क्योंकि ग्रुप एक ही बनना है, क्योंकि CO एंड CO दोनों ग्रुप्स में सेम है, एक एक ग्रुप बनेगा दोनों का। तो हम इस तरह भी कर सकते हैं, 10 लेके फिर उसको 80 कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू जी।